Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nick from Begins Gaming. Welcome back to another MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty videos. Today, we have Team Affinity Season 3 predictions. So yesterday, MLB The Show tweeted that Team Affinity Season 3 is coming out on July 12th, and it's going to be focused on 2021 All-Stars. So, the All-Star game is on the 13th, and the Team Affinity is dropping the day before. So, it's kind of just good timing to do All-Star cards, I guess. So I actually really like it. But yeah, I made a bunch of attribute mock-ups. I didn't do 30 different card arts. One of them you're seeing on the screen right now was made by MLB The Show Card Art on Twitter. So go follow him. But I just don't have time or the effort to do all 30. I just wanted to get the attributes done because doing the cards would take a long time that I just don't have. So yeah, we're going to go team by team. And I'm going to give you guys attribute mock-ups of what I think their Team Affinity 3 card could be like, or who I think it's going to be. Now keep in mind, some teams only have one All-Star, so we already know who is going to be the Team Affinity 3 card. We just don't know the attributes. So yeah. For the Baltimore Orioles, their only All-Star is Cedric Mullins. I have him as a 97. He would have high contact, pretty good power, good vision, discipline, and he would have gold defense with some speed. So this would be a really nice card. I feel like Cedric Mullins has had an amazing season. He already has 2 golds and a diamond, so they're kind of limited with what they can do. This is probably the last Cedric Mullins we'll see this year. I think he's going to be a 97. I think these cards are going to be between 97 and 99, so 97, 98, 99. So yeah, Cedric Mullins. For the Boston Red Sox, I have Xander Bogaerts. Now, the other All-Stars for the Red Sox are Rafael Devers, Nathan Eovaldi, Matt Barnes, and JD Martinez. So I think Xander Bogaerts is the choice. I think it's going to be Xander Bogaerts, even though he was the Season 1 Team Affinity, because Devers already has a diamond. Eovaldi actually has a diamond already. It was a henchman. It was a classics card from the first inning program. Matt Barnes already has a diamond card, and JD Martinez already has a diamond card. So all 5 of the Red Sox All-Stars already have a second card. So I think that they're just going to go with the best name, and I think that would be Xander Bogaerts, 99 shortstop, really good hitting stats across the board. And I think his defense would be bronze with a good arm, so it would be a good card with some nice speed at 84. For the New York Yankees, or my New York Yankees as a Yankees fan, I think it's going to be Aaron Judge. He is a starter. I think they're going to try to do as many starters as they can. Aaron Judge only has 1 card so far, but so does Chapman and Garrett Cole. I personally want it to be Aroldis Chapman because we all know he's struggling recently, and if he has a high diamond, it's going to be a very, very good card that is going to be in my team for the rest of the year. And it's going to be in everyone's team for the rest of the year. So I think a 98 Chapman, 97 Chapman with the splitter, I think would be really good. But I think they're going to give it to Aaron Judge. You know, former cover boy. He would have maxed out fielding, maxed out power. I feel like this card would be very, very good and very fun to use. Next, for Tampa Bay Rays, it is going to be Mike Zunino. He is their only All-Star, so we already know who it's going to be. Mike Zunino, high power, decent fielding in the gold range, but his contact versus righties is going to be low, like it just is. I even think 60 is generous because his live series card has like 18. So yeah, Mike Zunino, he's going to be a nice power hitting catcher. Next, for the Blue Jays, I'm going with Teoscar Hernandez, another starter. Now you're probably thinking, why not Vlad Jr.? I'll speak about that later on in the video, okay? But yeah, Teoscar Hernandez is a starter. He's having a great season. He's never really had a high diamond card. I think he had a Player of the Month card last year, but besides that, he's never had anything. But Teoscar Hernandez, he would be elite versus lefties, and he would still be good against righties. He has a great swing, solid speed. He would have silver defense in left. This would be a nice card to have, mainly as a bench bat for God squads against lefties, but he would be in a lot of teams, especially this would be very good for a Blue Jays theme team. For the Chicago White Sox, I got Lance Lynn. I feel like this is the obvious one. You got Liam Hendricks and Carlos Rodon. Carlos Rodon already has 2 diamonds, including his live series card. Lance Lynn, I think he's only really gotten to find his card from last year. Lance Lynn is having an amazing season. Liam Hendricks is as well, but I don't know. I feel like they should give Lance Lynn a 98 overall, I would say. But he has the pitches, 4-seam cutter, sinker, 12-6 changeup. He has good per-nines, good break, good control. This card will be pretty nice. Next, for the Cleveland Indians, I have Jose Ramirez. It's either him or Shane Bieber, and Shane Bieber is injured, and he's not even going to play in the All-Star game. And I just think this card will be much better. Switch hitter, hits both sides very well with silver defense, and can play 5 positions. I think he would be a very good card. Next, for the Detroit Tigers, we're going to talk about Gregory Soto. Sinker, slider, 4-seam changeup. He's a lefty closer, high velocity, really high per-nines, good enough control. It's not going to be elite, but it's not going to be horrible. He's going to have a really fast sinker. I don't think his live series card has outlier, but who knows? They could give him outlier, but he's going to be very good anyway. Lefty sinker slider guy would be very good. For the Kansas City Royals, they only have 1 All-Star. It's Salvador Perez, so there is no choice for who it's going to be. He's going to have good power with good contact and goal defense. Catcher card, I think this would be a lot of people's catchers. I really liked his card last year, his finest card. He's a really good swing. I think if this card is similar to these stats, I feel like I'll finally have an Ori Posada replacement, who has been my catcher since day one and has been so good. For the Twins, the only All-Star is Nelson Cruz. He's not going to be starting in anyone's outfield with that fielding. It's just atrocious, but he is going to be an elite hitter. 125, 114, 112, that's just very, very good. 84 contact versus righties is good enough. He would be an elite bench bat, one of the best in the game. He's not going to be very good in the field, but hey, he always has a good bat. For the Houston Astros, I chose Carlos Correa. We all love Carlos Correa cards. They gave us a 99 right now in Team Affinity. That would be a very good card. He would be good against for contact left and power versus righties. I feel like they would juice the hitting sets a little more, but I just go with like the trend. They normally upgrade by like 20, so that's what I did with his hitting stats. He would still be a very good card with 99 arm strength and accuracy. He would be a gold fielder. He would be diamond at shortstop at superfractor. I feel like this card would be very, very good. For the Angels, I'm going with Jared Walsh, and the reason why I'm going for Jared Walsh and not Shohei Ohtani, I will say at the end of the video. But Jared Walsh, he's having an amazing season. Big power bat, can play the corner outfielders, and has the relief pitcher as the secondary. Silver defender, he's going to be a really, really good bat against righties with some good stats against lefties. 97 overall, I feel like this card would be pretty nice. For the Oakland Athletics, they only have 1 All-Star, and it's Matt Olson. So that means he's not going to be the lightning card for the June Player of the Month. These are the stats that I used for his June Player of the Month. I feel like they could also be for his All-Star card. It should be a 99. High fielding and reaction. Not amazing speed, but this card would be very, very good if he was a Team Affinity card. For the Seattle Mariners, another Player of the Month card that I had that no longer can be one is Yusei Kikuchi. He's the only Mariners All-Star. Cutter, 4-seam slider, changeup, and I added a splitter because he doesn't have a splitter on his live series card, but he pitches with the splitter quite often, or at least Fangraph says, because I don't really watch the Mariners that much. But yeah, he would be a high control, good per nines. I feel like this would be a pretty nice card to have. For the Texas Rangers, I feel like whenever SDS has a chance to give us a Joey Gallo card, they always do it. I mean, you got Kyle Gibson, who would be a nice pitcher, but are you really going to pass down Joey Gallo? Maybe for Nadalis Garcia with high power, but they're not going to pass down on a Joey Gallo card. 99 for all 4 fielding stats. Maxed out power, he would have solid contact with okay vision. Good for Joey Gallo at 58. High discipline, can play 5 positions with elite defense. This card would just be so unbelievably good if we had a 99 Joey Gallo. Starting for the National League, Freddie Freeman for the Atlanta Braves. They also have Ronald Acuna Jr. and Ozzie Albies. I think we could see Albies too, but I think they're going to give it to Freeman because although he is starting, he's not having an MVP season like he did last year. So I think they're going to try to eliminate cards that wouldn't really have the best chance to be finest cards. Like, for example, Acuna has a good chance of being a finest card. Albies does too, but Freeman doesn't as much, so I feel like they would give him the card now. He would be gold defense, good against righties, good against lefties. This would all around be a nice first baseman card. I don't think he would be a 99. I think 98, but the good thing about all these cards is they can easily go to 99 with the parallel system. So they don't really have to worry about the overall. The Miami Marlins, their lone all-star is Trevor Rogers. Starting pitcher, I think this wouldn't be an amazing card just because of his repertoire, 4-seam slider, changeup, 2-seam. I mean, I tried scheming the pitch repertoire. I looked at his fan graphs, and he literally only throws a fastball, a slider, and a changeup. So this card would be all right. Would be cool for a Marlins team, but he's not going to be one of the better cards. I'm just telling you guys right now. But it's going to be a cool card to have. For the Mets, their only all-star is Jacob deGrom. He's the MVP of the National League right now, but they literally can't do anyone else, so they're stuck with deGrom. So we're probably going to get a 99 deGrom when Team Affinity 3 comes out. 4-seam slider, changeup, curveball, 2-seam, 125, 117 per nines, 99 for velocity and break. He would also have outlier, 95, 96, 99, 90. Like, his lowest pitching stat would be a 90. He would also have some hitting stats. I just didn't want to do those because I was too lazy. But I think this card is going to be one of the best in Team Affinity 3. For the Philadelphia Phillies, got JT Realmuto. I don't think that they're going to give it to Zach Wheeler. He already has a Player of the Month card. He has a Live Series Diamond. JT Realmuto, he isn't a starter. He's not having as good of a season as he did in 19 and 20, I don't think. But he's still an all-star. He's still a good catcher. I think they're saving Wheeler for finest, and I think they're going to give it to Realmuto. Good hitting, infielding, all around, just a good catcher. For the Washington Nationals, I'm going with Juan Soto. He is having not a bad year, but a down year for Juan Soto compared to last year. I think they're definitely going to give it to him now instead of Trey Turner, because I feel like Trey Turner could be a finest card, and I feel like Kyle Schwarber is going to be in the June Player of the Month. So I think Juan Soto is the obvious choice. Bronze fielding, solid speed, great power with good contact versus righties and okay against lefties, but Juan Soto, he's a very good hitter. Chris Bryant for the Chicago Cubs, maxed out stats versus lefties. He's instantly going on my bench if this is a card. Silver defense, plays 5 positions, still pretty solid against righties. This would be a very popular card. For the Cincinnati Reds, I have Nicholas Castellanos instead of Jesse Winker. Jesse Winker already is a Player of the Month card. I feel like they're going to give it to Castellanos instead and give Winker the finest card. Castellanos, 99 overall for sure. Hitting both sides very well. He would be a bronze defender in 4 spots. This card would be a very nice card to have. For the Milwaukee Brewers, I'm going with Brandon Woodruff. They have 2 All-Stars. No, they have 3. They have Brandon Woodruff, Corbin Burns, and Josh Hader. I would like for this to be Josh Hader. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Brandon Woodruff instead. He's having a phenomenal season. 4-seam sinker, changeup, slider, 12-6, 99 overall. Great stats across the board. There isn't one thing that this card can't really do. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, I'm going with Adam Frazier. Strictly because I feel like Brian Reynolds is a candidate for June Player of the Month, and they want to spread out the content. So I think Adam Frazier would be. I think he would be the All-Star card. Brian Reynolds would be in the June Player of the Month, and then he could be the finest, or Brian Hayes could be the finest, or Richard Rodriguez could be the finest. They have a lot of options for the Pirates. I think the smartest one is giving Adam Frazier the All-Star card. High contact, diamond defense, can play 6 positions, not high power, but yeah, he would be a nice utility card. For the St. Louis Cardinals, I'm choosing Alex Reyes, and I know Nolan Arenado is their other All-Star, and he's a starter, and it's Nolan Arenado. But I don't think that would be an amazing card. His stats versus righties would be in the 80s. And I feel like it would just be kind of a letdown of a Nolan Arenado card, and I think that they would rather have him be finest or a Silver Slugger card from when he was on the Rockies. I would rather do that personally and give Alex Reyes a good card. He has had a career renaissance moving to the bullpen. He's been their closer. He's been shut out. He's been lights out. He has a ton of saves. I think he's top 5 in saves in baseball. 4-seam, 12-6, slider, sinker, changeup with high velo and break. good per nines, good control. This card would be pretty good. Got 5 cards left. I know this video is pretty long. I'm trying to go fast, but here we go. For the Diamondbacks, I got Eduardo Escobar, switch hitter, silver defense. He can play pretty much anywhere except for center and catcher, which is pretty weird that he can't play center. But it would be a nice switch hitting bat. He's our only all-star, so we know it's going to be him. 105 for both contact and power, and then 102, 80 for the other stats with solid vision. For the Colorado Rockies, their only all-stars are German Marquez, four-seam, knuckle curve, slider, sinker, changeup. It would look pretty similar to the 42 card, except with better stats, obviously. I think this would be one of the worst cards in the program. Still not a horrible one, though. I think the pitch mix saves him over Trevor Rogers. I feel like Trevor Rogers is going to be the worst one. But all these cards are going to be good. But German Marquez, high stamina, high velocity, solid break, or pretty good walks per 9. Nice Rockies pitcher. We don't get a lot of high diamond Rockies pitchers. For the LA Dodgers, I'm going with Max Muncie. I know Chris Taylor hasn't really ever had a card, and Mookie Betts would probably get an MVP card from the Red Sox. But Max Muncie, I think he's just been doing so well. He should have been the starter, and he's just a very good hitter. Great power, good contact. I feel like they could use Chris Taylor as a flashback card from 2018, like an all-star card from 2018 or a breakout card. I just don't feel like a Chris Taylor card would be very good compared to Max Muncie, so that's why I chose Max Muncie. For the Padres, got Yu Darvish, cutter, slider, four-seam, sinker, 12-6. I absolutely loved his finest card from last year. This card would look something very similar to that card with pinpoint too. I think that would be awesome. And imagine if they allowed more than 5 pitches on a card. This would be so good because Yu Darvish throws so many different pitches. 99 break, high per 9s, not insane velocity on the cutter, but it's a good pitch. Good pitch mix. This card would be very good, and I would definitely try him out. Kevin Gausman for the San Francisco Giants. Now, for the pitch mix, his live series card is four-seam, splitter, slider, two-seam. So what I did was I chose those. I changed the two-seam to a sinker, and I checked Fangraphs, and he is barely thrown, but he has thrown some changeups this year. So I added a changeup. I don't think his normal repertoire would make him a very good pitcher, but I do think that having Kevin Gausman as the team affinity for the Giants is inevitable. I mean, Buster Posey could be a finest card, or it could be an MVP card from his prime, which he's technically still in because he's doing well. Brandon Crawford just got a diamond. I think this is going to be Kevin Gausman. And I think if they made his pitch repertoire like this, he could actually be pretty usable. And lastly, we're going to talk about the collection reward. I think that it's going to be similar to Team Affinity 1, where you just got a reward for collecting all 30 of them. I don't think it's going to be like Mo. They did it like Mo because that was sort of just like the Team Affinity 2 collection. But yeah, and it was because they were all like different card series. This time it's all the same card series. So I think it's going to be like the Jackie one. I think it's going to be 99 Shohei Ohtani. I think this is their perfect opportunity to give us a 99 Ohtani. If he cools down and they miss out on an opportunity of giving us a 99 Ohtani, then that's not going to be good. So I think that the perfect time to give us Ohtani is now. Make him the collection for all 30 Team Affinity 3 cards. This will be an amazing card. Four-seam, splitter, slider, cutter, curveball. And keep in mind when I show you guys his hitting stats, this would be one card. It wouldn't be 2 cards. Four-seam, splitter, slider. I just said that. The per 9s are amazing. The velocity and break is max. The home runs per 9, clutch, 97, 96. That would be very good. 85, 87 for walks per 9 control. That would be the one bad part about this card pitching-wise, would be his control. Still wouldn't be horrible, but it wouldn't be elite. And then if we take a look at his hitting stats, ignore like the secondary positions and all that stuff. But yeah, amazing power, great contact, good vision, great discipline and clutch. He would have silver defense, but you wouldn't use him in the outfield really, and he'd have 86 speed. If they made this card as the collection reward, that would be the biggest dub ever. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This took a lot of effort making all these player mock-ups. Thank God we have Show Zone's mock-up creator, whatever you call it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.